Hey all, Dwarf Lord here. This is my series called Price Check, where we cover a type of rare or crafted item and learn how to tell if it's worth something. Or maybe you'll find yourself saying,
I should take this to Chaucy.
keep in mind, this is not an exact science. Prices change over time, and some people overpay because they really want an item. With that said, this should give you a good system to determine if the item is something that someone will pay for. On this episode, we are covering rare and crafted amulets, specifically caster ones, but I'll make note of the other sort of melee amulets that are really worthwhile that you'll want to look out as well. So, like any item in Diablo, they can have up to 6 mods on them for rare items, and we therefore rate it with a 6-point rating system. You get a full point for any good, useful mod that is 66% or better. 6 points, really tough to find. 5 points, like I've found 1 or 2 5-point items in my life. 4 points. This has good trade value. I'm going to show you some items that are 4 points, and they're quite worthwhile. We're going to go over some examples after I explain some of these affixes here. So like I said, rares can have 6 mods. Crafted can have 4. So rare can have 3 prefixes and 3 suffixes. Crafted can have 1 and 3, 3 and 1, or 2 and 2, in addition to 2 auto mods that we care about, which is the 5 to 10 FCR and 10 to 20 mana. So the prefixes that we care about are +2 to all skills. That would be a full point. If it was just +1, that's a half a point. +2 to a skill tab can be okay, if it's like plus to elemental skills. But the plus to all skills is preferable. We like mana, all resistance, or single resistance. Mana is really loved by sorceresses. So if you craft a sorceress necklace with mana on it, that's going to be very valuable. Whereas a mana roll for other classes, it's okay. It's still good because they need mana for teleporting and whatnot. But it's not a make or break type thing. Whereas for sorceresses, they often really need mana. Not always, but they like it. Suffixes, it's pretty important to have this 10 FCR roll. Otherwise, it's only going to be 5 to 10 roll. And we're going to discover that most classes need more than 10 FCR. That's why we're crafting these necklaces in the first place. So if it doesn't have this one, you don't have a very good item. A lot of people ask, can you price check this? +2 to traps, 7 FCR, 8 resist all necklace? Like, you're gonna see why it's pretty much useless. It's okay for self-use, but it's not good. We also want strength, dexterity, life. These things are really good. Poison length reduction, this is kind of situational. Maybe someone wants a necklace with this if they're dueling a poison necro or a poison zon. Maybe someone wants a really nice magic find, source, FCR, magic find, resistance. That could be worthwhile. Or gold find, barbs like gold find. Oftentimes, life is more wanted than strength because if you have strength, while it's amazing, when you take that off, now you can't use your equipment. So if you're going to be wanting to swap around different necklaces, then you don't necessarily want to have strength. So what's going to really determine the value of a necklace is the breakpoint of the build. We're going to find out in a minute here that druids need 18 FCR on their necklace. If it's 17 FCR with all these other amazing stats like strength and resist all and life, it's the same as the 10 FCR necklace. So I've got a lot of calculations and examples here. I'm going to let you pause the video and read this on your own. You don't need me to read to you. And this is just examples of gear. The most important thing to know here is that for a sorceress, Your breakpoints are 105, 200, and 117. I'm a melee source guy. We do 37. So 7, 15, 17, and 20 are nice numbers for a sorceress. Anything else, they don't really do anything. Like 18, 19 FCR on a sorceress necklace, that extra FCR doesn't help you with any sort of breakpoints. Unless you have like a 34 FCR spear, which Talthal Ordiam, I don't think so. A lot of people would say that a 7 FCR necklace is not very good, but my melee source friend, he uses a FCR ring and a 7 FCR neck. He paid in auction 5,000 forum gold, that's like 8 Baroons or something, for a 2 source, 7 FCR, 15 dexterity, 30 life, 100 mana necklace. Really, really amazing necklace. So, yeah, those can be worth a lot. But if this was assassin skills, it would be not worth much at all. Let's rate this. Let's practice our point system. So we're going to give this 1 point for the 2 skills because we have a 10 FCR roll and another 10 FCR roll. We'll give that 2 points. And 100 mana roll. This is actually like maybe the auto roll being somewhere around 15 to 20 mana, and then the great worms being around 80 or so. So that's each 1 point. So this is 2 points right here. And then the resistance is a point. So this is like a 6-point necklace, maybe 5.5 because the lightning skills kind of pigeonholes you. Pally break points. 125 is easy, so we really want to focus on the 75. We're gonna need, by the way, anytime you see a number ending in 5, you're gonna need a necklace that ends in a 0 because everyone uses spirit. And so in this case, you see 20 on the Iraq and 35 on the spirit. That gives us 55, which means we need a 20. Make sense? And I'm going to show you a pretty run-of-the-mill Pally 20 FCR necklace that sold for quite a bit, considering its stats. Now, smiters don't need FCR, so if you just have a lot of stats like strength, dexterity, and life, that'd be worth a ton for this necklace. Even if it rolled with 5 FCR. Like that mod wouldn't matter at all. We just, Pally wants all this stuff. So check out this necklace. It's nothing too special. We'll give it 0.5 points for the skill here. 2 points for the FCR, 1 point for the dexterity, and then, it's a decent mana roll, and we got poison length reduction. We'll give that 0.5. So this is a 4-point necklace. 4 points have value. This sold for 450 forum gold, which is like, let's call it 2 low runes. This is like a multiple high rune necklace here. It doesn't look like much, does it? But it's that 20 FCR. If this was 19, throw it away. It's garbage. Assassins need 102 FCR. 65 is very easy to hit. For 65, you could be wearing 20 on the circlet, 20 on the Iraq, and then use 1 FCR, and then you just need a 15 FCR necklace. So in some cases, a 15 FCR assassin necklace could be useful. Or if you're going to use 2 FCR rings, even a 5 with amazing stats could have some use, but to have the big buck value. So I'll just put in here 15, 5 maybe. The big looking one is 17, or the one we're looking for. You know what I'm saying. Let's rate this one. 1 point for the assassin skills. 2 points for the FCR, 1 point for here. And so this is a solid 4-point ring. The energy is a wasted stat, and then the mana is perfect here, but it's not super useful. So we can call it a 4.5. The Paladin Necklace was a 4-point. This also a 4-point. This is probably closer to like 3, 4, 5,000 forum gold, like 5 to 10 or so high runes, like Burr runes, just because it's more rare and more desirable. Druids, again, I'm not going to read all this out, but they are going to either use 99 FCR at 163, so that's going to be an 18 or 19 FCR is what you're looking for on a Druid. So let's rate this one here. I won't write it down, it's not going to let me. But basically, 1 point for the here, 2 points on the FCR, 26 strength, 50. This is a 6 point. This is almost perfect. It can't get much better than this. Now, if this rolled 17 FCR, refer to my Pam from The Office picture, this necklace would be just not that good, not that desirable. It would be like a temp. It'd be worth 10% of what this is, maybe less. Necro breakpoints. So Necros usually use 125 FCR breakpoint, and they use Blood Fist. Now Blood Fist don't have FCR, so that makes things a little trickier. So here's a Storm Shield max block setup and a white setup. For example, 15 FCR with Dexterity would be cool, and then Necros need 20, so 15 or 20 for Necro. So here's a really nice Necro necklace. Say that 10 times fast. 1 point here, 2 points here, so that's 3 total. 4, 5. You could call this like a 5.5 necklace. The strength could be a bit higher. The life could be a bit higher. Really nice necklace here. Barbs seldom need FCR, but if they're a gold fine barb, they usually go for 37 FCR, and they're going to want a crafted gold fine belt, a circlet, and then a 7 FCR necklace with tons of gold fine, skills, teleport charges as well, because they're not going to use Enigma. Check this piece of poop necklace out. This thing sold for several burr runes because it had barb skills, resistances. Apparently the damage to mana is useful on this as well, and the gold fine and the teleport charges. And then Amazons, depending on whether they're Javzon with teleport or Boson. Boson 18 FCR, Javzon 19 FCR because of the 99 and 48 FCR breakpoints they would respectively go for. And so this necklace here, 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 4 points, 4.5 for the mana. This is 1 point here, but I mean, it's not a crazy important stat. So 4.5 to 5 point necklace. This sold for 3K, so let's call it 4 burr runes, give or take. So I hope this helps give you an idea of how to rate items and why certain ones would be very useful. Like this is nothing special, but it was very desirable because of the dexterity, the FCR, and the skills. So, like I said, I hope this helps. I tried to make this informative but quick. So please feel free to ask any questions and tell me the next item you want me to teach you how to appraise. I hope this is a useful series. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, comment below. If you like the video, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Dwarf Lord out.